Hello, we'd like to welcome you to the Donnie Glover Show. Big thank you to Dr. Tyrone Taborn and STEM City USA. Big Beya coming up, beya.org. Make sure you check it out, beya.org. Today, folks, we've talked with you about other sports in previous shows, particularly basketball. I've told you that Baltimore is a basketball town. But Baltimore is also a baseball town. We could talk about the Eli Giants. We could talk about Johnny's. We could talk about Northwood baseball or Forest Park baseball. Or we could tell you about the real deal, which is James Mosier baseball. But we're going to let some East Sider slide in this conversation, starting with Greg Branch. How are you, sir?
How you doing, Donnie?
East Baltimore?
East Baltimore.
Basketball?
Baseball.
Baseball. Kevin Brown?
Yes, sir.
Basketball?
Baseball.
Baseball.
James Mosier.
James Mosier. Welcome to the show. What do you think of this place, STEM City USA?
Perfect. It's great. I would have never thought it was here.
Division Street.
Right.
This is nice. Lovely.
Yeah, you both from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And just like we just found out, we both brothers, we poets.
Dunbar poets. You got 3 poets. You also went to Poly.
Started out at Poly. Yes, I did.
You got any Walbrook in your career?
A little bit. So I got Walbrook. Graduated finally from Dunbar.
Okay. What position were you in baseball?
I can play most of them. I didn't pitch and didn't catch, but I could play basically anywhere. But I mastered the outfield. Paul Blair was my guy.
Paul Blair.
Yeah.
Paul Blair.
Man. Paul Blair, Al Bunbury,
That's right.
Ken Singleton and Wright.
Ken Single, yes. See, them guys are kind of, but basically, during my time, it was Paul Blair. I mean, he was my mentor. And
you knew him?
Yes.
I played golf with him
Did you?
prior to, just before he passed. He and my uncle played every day out of Turf Valley. Paul would bend the clubs on his knee.
Yeah.
When he hit a bad shot.
I got a chance to meet Brooks. It was our last year, James Mosier, the All-Stars got a chance to go on Evening Magazine, and we went to Memorial Stadium and met Brooks Robinson. Mm-hmm. He was, I'd have to tell you, he was my favorite. Mm. Because he was a nice person.
Well,
real approachable.
You know, as a kid, I was outside watching him practice. And he asked me what would I want to do. And I told him that I wanted to be like him. So he had the guy let me in. So all the problems the first question was, how come when the ball is hit, you never move? And he told me how the ball is hit, it's going to go so far. And then it's going to jerk and drop.
Physics. Mm-hmm. So don't just go running. Mm-hmm. You got to gauge it.
You had to find it. Mm-hmm. And once you found it and got that hit, you stopped.
So you played Little League Baseball?
No.
But you played?
Yes, sir.
Now, I was brand new to baseball. I started at the very bottom. Mm-hmm. So over James Mosier, that meant you got 2 customary innings. Mm-hmm. You don't remember that because you could play.
Yeah,
I rode the bench for 3 years. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I performed a real fit to play. I started out as a bat boy. Bat boy. Mm. And one day, I think you had to be 8, maybe 9.
8 or 9,
8 or 9, whichever one. But I wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah.
And I just had a tantrum one day, and through all the stuff, I said, I want to play. I'm not doing this no more. And he put my age up and let me play. Because I used to practice with him, you know, catching, throwing, and I could play all the positions. Like, I started out in the outfield. I wanted to be a catcher. So that's where I was a little fat boy back then.
Were you?
Yeah, I was a little
And your coach was Ike White?
Ike White.
Shout out in heaven to Ike White.
Yes, sir.
He had that old Eldorado.
Yeah, Eldorado with all the baseball equipment in the trunk.
Now, I later saw a picture of Ike White from back in the day, like the 60s, on Pennsylvania Avenue in a club.
Yeah, he hung out with my dad and them back then when Pennsylvania Avenue was it.
And before Chesia reaches through that screen and tries to choke me, let's give you our prayers and support. Your daddy got his wings not long ago.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
101.
101. I miss him dearly.
Yeah. Had the travel agency at Mondama.
Mondama Travel. Over 35 years.
You got some famous people in your family. And he was political, heavily political. He's the godfather.
But see, one thing you didn't know, though, Donnie.
Come on.
During that time, when I grew up on by hi-hats, Egan Road.
Eager Street. Oh, yeah, the hi-hat.
Yeah, I remember.
There were no parks. So
Y'all played in the street
we played on concrete.
on concrete.
That's what made, we played speedball.
Indian rubber.
Throw that box.
Yeah.
So we're playing, and that ball coming off that concrete, you couldn't be afraid of it.
No.
So with us playing speedball, the thing is you were taught not to be afraid because one bounce, you're out. If it hit 2 times, you're on first base. So you had to learn not to be afraid. You had to learn the speed. And a lot of time, he throwing that rubber ball, you could hear it sizzling through right past you. You didn't have to look. You knew it was a strike. So that's what gave me the advantage. Once I got to Dunbar, I'm looking at these guys, and I knew that when I was on, they said, you got to play one year at JV. I said, I could beat these guys. And I knew I was better. That's when they had Young World. Remember the newspaper called Young World? Oh, man. Young World was about all the high school players that was playing. And I was getting a lot of notoriety. This is a guy, this JV, that's killing him. How come he's not playing varsity? So they brought me up after JV games was over. And then that's when my coach took us to University of Maryland for the Orioles trial was out there. We were just 9th graders. It was 5 of us, me, Larry Rollins. A lot of it was like 4 of us or 5 of us that went. He took us out there, and I was like, we figure out of like 500 guys, I was like 150 left that was on the field.
What happened to baseball?
The field is,
Why we don't play baseball no more?
Man, the kids don't do too much of anything anymore.
Is it a lack of fathers? Because a lot of us played catch with our fathers.
no.
And you got 70% single mother household now, different dynamics.
Well, I had a 20-year career after my playing days was over with. I went into scouting. And you're looking at how the trend started to change. How at first there was a certain amount of white guys that was playing. Now, when we would go over to like to Cuba and some of these other places, them Cubans could play.
We trained them.
Exactly.
The Negro League players.
Exactly.
Was it you who taught me that?
Yes.
The Negro League players in the
Right.
off season will go south.
Right.
Because today we're inundated with Afro-Latinos
Exactly.
playing baseball.
Exactly.
We taught them
Exactly.
in the off season.
Right.
Yeah, they got all the jobs.
Yeah, they got most of it. I think what is it? Maybe 2-3% of the
That's what the
players.
problem is with the Orioles. They see me with my Yankees hat on and they mad at me. But I gotta tell you, I have a reason for wearing a Yankees cap. Reggie Jackson was my favorite player. And Baltimore told him to kick rocks.
Right.
He went to New York and became Mr. October. And when that man hit them 3 home runs in that one game, it wasn't just baseball. It was a message to the world that he would not be denied.
But you know, when the Orioles, when Paul Blair got beamed, Martinez hit him. And he got
Tippy Martinez? Dennis Martinez.
Dennis. Well, I knew that when he wasn't there then. That was Kirby. When Paul Blair got beamed, they immediately got rid of him. He went to the Yankees and won another World Series.
They got rid of Paul?
He was traded.
He played for the Yankees too? I
I
missed
didn't
it.
even know that.
Paul Blair was a Yankee and won a World Series with the Yankees and played center field.
I missed that.
That's when I became a Yankee fan because he left the Orioles and went to the Yankees.
Frank Robinson. I understand that Baltimore did not give Frank Robinson love, that
Same
he
thing.
almost left. He could not find housing.
That's right.
He found housing in Ashburton.
Was that MVP in both leagues?
Oh yeah, on Cedar, where we.
That's right.
I think he lived on Cedar. Because Reggie Jackson's mom used to live on the corner of Callaway and Dorchester.
And she
Right.
worked out Social Security.
I don't know where she worked, but
That's what they told me.
he would come and cut the grass. We tried to get autographs. He wouldn't give me.
Right. And it's
So I want to talk to you about that.
He was
what?
Let's put it out there. They say Reggie was horrible PR person. But I got a question for you. Was Frank was Eddie Murphy might be the most standoffish black Oriole.
Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray. I'm gonna say it. They might not like it, but you see him in public, and it's one of them. Ooh, better not go over there.
Wait, but you know, Johnny, did you know that Reggie Jackson played for Johnny's?
I'm sorry to hear that. But why? Okay, what about it?
With him playing for Johnny's, and a lot of people don't even look at Reggie Jackson being in Baltimore at all. But he was down on Milton Avenue at his aunt's house and was playing for Johnny's up on Bel Air Road.
Were they the best?
Johnny's? How can you tell me about Johnny's?
I remember. You know what I remember back then? The Rebel Yell.
Uh-huh.
Was it a team out Dundalk named Rebels or something?
That was, if I'm not mistaken,
Pony League. We would have played them in Pony League.
I think.
Oh, yeah. I remember Mustangs and.
Not in our league. This was a white boy team.
Maybe it probably was.
But Johnny's was, so if he played for Johnny's, he was seeking to be the best.
Oh, no question. You play for Johnny's, believe me, you're the best of the best. And he was doing that at a young age.
Well, tell me about Eli.
Eli Johns?
Yeah. Did y'all know any of them?
Oh, I've studied that stuff, man. I know baseball. When I look at, that they were down on Federal and Edison Highway. There was a field back there that the Negro League played on. The Baltimore Negro League played right back there. And a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know. I think I was on your show, and a person asked me who did I think was the best player to ever play. And I told them it was Babe Ruth. And they were getting calls.
Babe did things nobody did.
But what a lot of people didn't know.
And he was Indian.
Right. That Babe, after the season was over with, he would go up to Birmingham and play in the Negro League.
And he was well loved by black people.
Yes, he was. If people didn't know that. It was like, no, Greg. I said, look it up.
He was revered. He was loved by black people. He hung out with black people.
He sure did. That to a point where his father, his stepfather, didn't want him in the house. That's the reason why he went to an orphanage. Because the other children were happy with his children, but Babe wasn't his. And he didn't want Babe there. So Babe went to an orphanage. That's the reason why when you look at Center Field at Camden Yards, that's where the orphanage was.
Yeah, that's where my dad grew up right there. He says Babe's dad had a store.
Yeah.
On the corner.
Yeah.
He said, I grew up right there. He's funny.
Let me tell you something else we all have in common. Not just baseball, entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
How was it growing up in an entrepreneurial family?
I didn't want to work much for a job. I didn't want to work a job. I always wanted to have my own business. Just watching my dad. I have worked. I worked a few jobs here and there, but it just didn't do it for me, to be honest. I mean, in short of things. So.
But you?
With me, we didn't have it like that. I didn't grow up in that type of era. It was me that.
You didn't have a silver spoon?
No. But my thought process was always about money and making it. And I knew how to do it. It's just that I had to go to a school to teach me the right way of how to do it. But I always knew that growing up around that area, the Acre Street and the Wharf, I learned how money was produced and how you did it. and what people were doing wrong. And this is stuff that I paid attention to. So to do it the right way, I had to learn how to take all of that energy and do it the right way to succeed.
How do we fix our neighborhoods today, our communities? I've mentioned the broken families, we got mass incarceration. In our day, it was cocaine and heroin. Now it's fentanyl and carfentanil. And thank God crystal meth hasn't exploded here in Baltimore. How do we change our communities? How do we make it better?
Well, I think honestly,
when we talk about mass incarceration, when we talk about public education, when we talk about black business, when we talk about STEM and scientific research, when we talk about how all of these things interact and intersect with people of color, it's talking about you and the impact on your life. People say, I'm not into politics. Everything you do is political. Everything you touch, you say, any actions you take, whether you're driving your car, taking your kid to school, your child to school, it's all governed by some political policy, by something determined by the people that we have elected, people that we have voted for. So this should matter to you because it's about you. It's about you and your family. It's about you and your children and their education and the community in which they live and the resources that come to that community and the resources that have historically not come to certain communities. That's why you should watch this show, not just today, but every day. My name's Donnie Glover, and you keep watching The Donnie Glover Show. How do we change our communities? How do we make it better?
Well, I think honestly, like me and Bryan, we was talking earlier, is I'm an opportunist. And life is strictly about the opportunity. And sometime when opportunity knocks, it may not knock again. So when that opportunity comes, you gotta answer it. There was one time I had 5 jobs, but I had to learn how to time manage, how to manage my time in order to do all 5 of them jobs. And I did it. So when people look at my resume, it's more like, how did you do this and do that and do that? Because of opportunity. And opportunity gave me a chance to do a lot of things. I'm just a guy who knows a little bit about a lot of stuff. And that comes through opportunity. Talk to him the same way. We talk, and we all three, me, Bryan, we all sit back here before the show, and we all connected. And we just meeting each other. Opportunity.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I'm the same way. I know a little bit about a lot of things and opportunity, but we have to create opportunities. It's really one individual at a time because the situation we in here in the city, it didn't just begin. This is over time. This is what it has come to, and I look at it as, people that grew up where we grew up in the hood, in blighted situations, they go on, become doctors, lawyers, businessmen, and they so-called make it, and they just keep going and going and going, and they don't reach back. So you got to reach back. You got to grab somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm on a path right now trying to get this, not trying, but on a path to establishing a nonprofit to do just that. And our participants, one of the oaths that we're going to have them perform is that they will reach back. Once they get it, they will grab somebody, one of their peers, and bring them back around and introduce them to what they were, so freely given. And, hopefully one individual at a time, whether it be male, female, because some of the girls are just as bad or worse than some of these guys out here.
You got a nonprofit.
Yes. But the thing was, when people come in and want to talk to me about basketball, because they thinking I was a basketball guy, but I wasn't. It was strictly baseball.
Now, he put on the Legends tournament every year.
No, I didn't know.
We're going this summer.
Okay.
It will be this summer.
Be this summer.
It's over at the Dome,
Yeah.
roughly 11 a.m. to 5. Give it up. You're gonna be there, and you're gonna see every great
Yes.
that's connected. And then after that is the One Baltimore.
One before.
Or One Baltimore was before.
Yes.
So first we're going to One Baltimore, a Dunbar event. Well, I'm sorry. It's an all Baltimore
right.
event.
All Baltimore event.
And two, some of the people who started it were Dunbar. Actually, the original guy who came up with Doni.
Me, Timmy Green. It was like 6 or 7 of us.
But the brother from City College. Yeah,
City College.
one of the cats who founded One Baltimore was from City College.
Yeah, there was several of us that got together. And once again, I'm not a guy associated with basketball, but what I'm saying is,
Everybody come to this tournament.
given the opportunity, that opportunity arose, and I'm sitting here on a bike looking at guys who were greats, and we're watching these guys, and then someone give me the opportunity to come in and actually talk to Skip, talk to Ernie, some of these guys, and I'm just saying, looking at that, it just gave me an idea of with my foundation to do something where I used to get on the bike and come in and watch the game. How come we couldn't do it again? And because a lot of these guys actually think that they invented the wheel, not knowing these people who are before them.
I met everybody through this guy. I came out the year with Muggs, but because of Greg, I met Kosher.
Right.
And you better appreciate the story of Muggs when you meet Kosher.
Right.
Kosher was the first little guy, if you will,
Right.
or shorter guy.
Right.
And he kind of paved the path
Right.
where others would follow. Certainly Muggs took it to a whole other level, for sure.
Oh, no question. Like a lot of people don't know that Reginald F. Williams, was an excellent football player down
I don't know that.
And
Reggie Lewis.
Reginald F. Lewis, yeah,
Lewis.
the millionaire.
Yeah, billionaire.
The billionaire, I'm sorry. The billionaire. He was-
Quarterback.
yes.
Soul afros.
Yeah. You know the story. And people don't know through sports is where we get our ideas on where we're gonna go. Everything starts there. And then after that sports, then we go to college. Look how many people graduate and not even working in their field of which they got a degree in.
What'd you get out of Dunbar?
I just wanted out of school 90 at that point. I'm telling you, I mean,
Was there anything special about it?
no. Basketball. I like the games.
I got a bride.
Just gotta be.
I can't say that. When I heard Julia be bumped, I knew nothing about the sports.
Julie Woodland.
Yes.
Really?
When I transferred from Poly, man, I was having a traumatic experience at Poly, getting 16s and 32s, and
That's why you left.
I wouldn't drive to the B course. I had to go to summer school, algebra 2, trig, physics. The girls at Western weren't acting right.
I had all of that.
I bet you
all
did.
of that was going fine for me.
It wasn't. I was
I
striking out.
voluntarily left. The craziest thing I could have ever done.
Oh, really?
What? I'll tell you, man.
Dunbar was heaven for me. I don't care what they say. Here,
I told my mom I wouldn't.
welcome.
Yeah, it was great. You know, with
The girls were much nicer at Dunbar.
with me, the girl. It was the girl. My first time out.
And then them cheerleaders, whoo, shake that thing. Come on now.
But
Then
but
came my
but,
brother.
but Donnie, I'm telling you, well, you know, but we would sit back and look at those cheerleaders, man, and you know, even to the day, you know, it's like you say, it's a family thing. I see him today and still get the same rise out of
No
watching when
question.
he was on the floor.
Matter of fact, there's an event coming up for Dunbar.
Yes. We put together, talked to the AD, which is Dana Johnson, and we're trying to make the Sports Hall of Fame. It's something that should have been done years ago. I'm dealing with guys like Skip Wise and Timmy Green and all of them that.
We better mention Timmy. I'm not trying to get punched in my face when I leave this show. Shout out to you, Timmy Green.
Right. So this is something that when we went to, I went to Dunbar in D.C. I mean, it was just amazing. When I went to over on Winchester Avenue, the high school.
Calvin?
No.
Well, Winchester? In West Baltimore?
Yeah. Near right by Winchester. I'll get back to that.
Okay.
But we went to a couple of schools, and they actually have a Hall of Fame. And it's really, really nice.
Do we have enough space for all of the sports accomplishments at Dunbar?
Well, according to the AD, and, which was Dana Johnson and her associates, there's going to be space because it's something that was passed due. And do I want to be involved with that? Yes. When they asked me, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be involved because there's so much history that the younger people don't know about, and they're walking that hall.
I'm glad you said that. Esther McCready, we got to recognize her. She's the first Black woman to get a degree from the University of Maryland in nursing.
Exactly.
I want to say Dr. Lois Johnson.
Yes.
That's the name. First Black woman to get a medical degree coming out of Dunbar. That was from University of Maryland also, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Also, Reginald F. Lewis is a Dunbar poet. Because everybody knows the basketball.
Right.
William C. March's sister went to Dunbar, Thelma
Dunbar.
March. Matter of fact, I was one of the first recipients of the Thelma March scholarship. Carl Turnipseed.
Turnipseed.
Investment banker,
Yes.
Wall Street, comes out of Dunbar. When I left Poly, you know what the cats at Poly said? You're going to Dunbar. Come to find out, Dunbar done produced scientists. How many cats from Poly got a museum? I'll wait. Now, Poly was the first school to integrate back in 1954. Our leaders wanted us to integrate Poly because it was academically the most stringent, the toughest. Yeah. So what's moving forward? What's 2026 look like for you?
Excuse me, Carver.
I thought that's what you're talking about.
Carver had a great thing for showing that they're Hall of Fame.
In the front lobby.
Yes. Great. Me and Diane Leach, of Alumni Association, we went over there for a meeting, and we were shocked at what we saw and what was around the school for their Hall of Fame. Didn't cost a lot, but they did it. We were amazed. Right now, our own backyard.
It was literally in my front yard. I grew up across the street from Carver. Carver Vocational Technical School.
That's right.
We used to watch all y'all cut school over in Easterwood Park.
Easterwood Park.
That's where they practice at.
Okay.
Baseball. So moving forward with 2026, any hopes, dreams, aspirations, shot of hope?
In 2026, I will be working diligently towards making a difference in the city. To keep it short, that's what I'll be working with. I'm going to be turning over all rocks, crevices, looking in, getting assistance.
And your thing is contracting, construction, trucks?
Well, I'm into trucking. I just got out of tractor trailer business, jumped back into dump trucks. So I got a dump truck business. Looking to get on board with Kiewit, hopefully with this Frederick Douglass tunnel that they're building, a $6 billion project, biggest one that I've ever seen come to the city. So we're working to be included in on that. Kiewit has the contract for rebuilding the bridge as well as the tunnel. So that's business-wise, that's what I'm working on with the dump trucks. But outside of that, it's the nonprofit and giving back to the city, building. I look forward to when we can create that partnership. Our nonprofit is Community High Impact Partners. That's the name of it. So look forward, coming soon.
What do you have to do in honor of your dad? Do you feel an obligation to do something?
I want to continue his legacy in a way I envision. Once we get to that point where we got our own CDL school, I'm also a barber. So that's part of it. We have barber training. We got master barber on deck that can teach these kids barbering skills. CDL, we can get them class A's, class B's. But we want to have that facility. I don't know where it's going to be, hopefully right here in West Baltimore or East Baltimore. I'm not, but I want to see my dad's name on it because this is what he envisioned.
How about you? 2026. We already established the legend game is already set. That's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
And we're going to hang out. I need at least 2 hours
for sure,
from
I'm there.
Yeah.
Just like today, I'm here.
Yeah. We gotta go. And you'll see everybody, man. I saw at the last one, I saw a cat I grew up with at 20th and Homewood, Kevin.
Right.
And I haven't seen Kevin, it had to be 30 years.
Wow.
And we're bringing newer people out. Because a lot of people.
And the women come out.
Yes.
I met Gert Scott because of him. Al Leslie I met because of him. Mm-hmm. And then tell them about them DC cats.
Oh man, you got.
Please don't leave them out. We like to go.
You got JoJo Hunter, Sidney Moncrief, all of them that came down. It's just that it's an array of guys, man. And when you see all of them get together, and of course, basketball can't be talked about without Skip Wise. Mm-hmm. And those guys are telling stories that from DC that we never heard before. How they used to actually drive to Baltimore to pick Skip up, to go to DC to play and bring him home. So that tells you about the remarkable talent that we have in the city alone.
Any final thoughts on your pride for Baltimore?
Which one?
Why you love Baltimore? Kevin.
I just love the city, man. I just love the city, but it pains me to see where we're headed, and where we are. And I'm just, I just want to see a change. But I love the city, man.
Me, being here, and the reason why I do so much for this city is because I met, married, and buried my wife, who's deceased, right here in Baltimore, right in Dunbar. And that's in keeping exactly what he said. My wife name in lights. The Dale Talley Branch Foundation.
As on the logo.
Means everything to me. And that's Tally Ho Sports.
All right, man. Y'all, you can't end this interview. We done mentioned Julia B. It's one name I haven't heard. I ain't trying to get got when I get out this door.
Would Julia be down there when you, who's y'all principal?
Yeah, that was his last principal.
That was my last principal. She was the reason I was able to get there.
Okay.
Shout out to you,
Another
Julia
story.
B.
Yeah, Julia B she was the mother.
I heard her voice.
Yes, she was the mother.
When I heard that voice, I'm like, ooh.
For sure.
Yeah.
You heard a bunch of voices. When that one took the mic, unmistakable.
Hey,
Julia B.
It was a basketball game and we playing up at Lake. Mm-hmm. So, we would tell people down Dunbar when they come there, get your hat, your coat, and leave. That's where it's at. We was up at Lake Clifton. They put the MF on it. And Julia B walked out on Lake Clifton floor. And she said, I know that ain't my kids doing it. So it's got to be Lake Clifton. Mm-hmm. She shut it down on someone else's floor.
Yeah, that's Julia B.
On someone else's floor.
She showed what an adult does. Mm-hmm.
She stopped that.
A lot of people say they grown, but grown people do grown things. And you don't have to tell a grown person.
Yeah.
Like a little kid needs some help or somebody needs some water or some trash need to be picked. That's grown people do that.
So excuse me, you're interviewing us, but what's in your thing for 2026?
They try to flip the script. It's got a wonderful show today. Continue with school. I'm in my doctoral program. Mm-hmm. Had a bomb semester last semester, 2 A pluses and an A. Yeah. And This will be the second semester. There's an election, June 23rd. I'm really paying attention to Randallstown and the African Americans in Baltimore County and whether or not they are as politically astute as we need to be. This is the first time, speaking of Dunbar, the first time that a black man has a viable chance of being county executive.
Oh,
And he's a Dunbar poet, Julian Jones.
I didn't know that.
So we got to make sure Julian Jones comes to some of these Dunbar events, but also we're calling on the Poet Nation to come out to support him in Baltimore County and Sabrina Tapp Harper for sheriff in Baltimore City.
And Chanel Branch is going for the delegate.
There you go. Is she a Dunbar poet?
She's the Dunbar poet.
So you got poets all over the place.
All over.
Yeah, we had to get him a jacket, warm his
Oh, we'll take care of him. I'm going to take care of
Once
him.
he see all that gear, you will
Man,
just
I go to all the high school reunions. I just show up.
Yeah.
You don't understand. You don't understand. I was going to wear my Dunbar sweater today.
All right.
That sweater alone would have compelled him.
Well, like since we just one form, tell them the story about when you wore, the jacket on Pennsylvania
Yeah, I
Avenue?
wore the jacket. He made a customized Dunbar jacket. Now, the year we were down there, 82, 83, Dunbar, the basketball team, had the nicest jackets in the world. I have not seen a jacket like it since. His jacket is the closest thing to it. And I proudly wear it on the avenue. And they come up like, where you get it from? And you gotta tell them, it's a collector's edition. They don't make them no more.
Ain't no more.
But in 83, we didn't mention, come on, man, we ain't mentioned Dad's name. Come on, man.
Oh, we talking about my father, and everybody know him as Mr. Wade.
Come on now, Flaky.
I was just thinking, that's your dad?
No, he's not my father. He's my surrogate.
father, man.
He's our surrogate.
Coach Wade?
Yeah, Coach Wade.
Man.
Please don't come on this show where, if I get a phone call, that man called me every birthday.
Yeah. Mr.
Yeah.
Wade.
And I was late on his birthday this year, man. I was like, at the end of the day, oh man.
Yeah.
Because he don't miss.
No.
And he was such, in retrospect, he was a father to many. I didn't know he had a liquor store. Did you know that?
No. We was working. People was
They
working.
got jobs. It was Northwest.
Yeah. It was right up there from the Northern Parkway in Ricestown. Right.
Did you know that? I
That's
had
in my
no.
neighborhood. I didn't know that.
Oh, the poets were working up there.
I know he used to be on Gary and I Tell all the time. We used to go to walk to the Old Town Mall every day. Smoke cigarettes, Gary Graham.
Yeah.
Oh man, he get Gary blues.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was saving lives.
Yeah.
He was literally saving lives. Thank you, Coach Bob.
Yeah, I
and,
say it
and
every
to
day.
all of the people who helped us.
Yeah.
I was thinking, we just had an Easterwood event. Shout out to the people who ran Easterwood Rec. Eula Mae Williams, Ralph Durant, Marion Flood. Those people saved our lives.
Yes. Definitely.
What was your rec?
Which was my what?
Recreation center.
I'm gonna tell you honestly, it was more like I used to go up to Oliver Rec most of the time and shoot up there. Bochat was right there where I grew up at. But like I said, those recreation centers was Murdoch had a place up
I'm
on
glad
Ashton
you mentioned
Avenue.
that, man, because I wouldn't have been no good if we don't mention Murdoch.
Yeah, Murdoch. Murdoch was the guy that got us, even though we was playing on we called that area concrete jungle.
Do you remember Murdoch?
no.
He would come over to Dunbar
You sure would.
and he was checking on students. He was the basketball coach, but he spent hours per day in schools checking on young people, making sure they were doing what they were supposed to. If not, because they wanted to come and play on his team. And be like, oh no, you didn't do such and such. And that was his way of using basketball to help people evolve and develop.
Yeah, and that's
And he didn't drive.
Oh no, he walked or bussed or cabbed or hacked
Didn't drive.
everywhere.
That's where you got it from. I know you would cut that.
I did a lot of walking.
By choice, not by force. But
I didn't have a car for a minute. I biked.
Donnie, you didn't want a car. You're a people's person. You wanted to be out and about. And
I initially had a fear of a car
I look
because
forward. A couple times I'm looking for you.
because people, when their car break down, they just go bonkers, like their life is over.
Yeah.
My daddy would always say, walking ain't crowded. That was his way of saying, get to stepping. Any final thoughts, gentlemen? Thank you for coming out and making this so special. Super producer Bryan Davis, I'm sure he's pleased with this. Final thoughts?
I appreciate it. I'm just saying that final thoughts, Doni, I'm going to the Magic this year, and I'm coming back with new designs.
Atlanta?
No, up in Vegas. Also.
Vegas.
And that's in 2 weeks. I'll be up there, so I'm trying to get inspiration for these new designs for Dunbar Poets for the alumni store. That's coming. That's my final thought. Look out. Poets, look out. Because I'm coming hard this year, 2026.
26, your thoughts, final thoughts.
I'm looking forward to coming back here, hanging out with you and Bryan in this type of atmosphere, hanging out with you guys.
Are you miracles? I know I'm a miracle. I did everything possible not to be here or locked up.
For sure, I am.
You know, this is not an interview to me. Well, I'm just as comfortable as possible. We sitting back here just rapping.
But you gotta taste his sister's green. Man. See, I ain't put this. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Is she cooking this shit?
I'm gonna try to get her.
Okay.
I'll try to get her.
Shorty, the string beans will make you smack your mama. The string beans. We ain't even get to the fried chicken, bro. The string beans. It's love. Do you know food when it's got love in it?
For sure.
Big mama love.
Sure.
That's what she put in it. You be like, bump them games. I'm beelining straight to the kitchen.
Yeah, and it was all free. It all has
Everybody
to do with
don't get the invite up there. I'm just letting you know. That's why you won.
I'm with y'all.
Yeah, you are.
Who's the guy from Morgan that became the two announcers that do the radio show?
Mike Nice, my producer.
When they came in, I said, man, you got a uniform. You got to take that Morgan stuff off. I said, you at the Legends game. He was like, well, where's our stuff? I was like, there you go. They were going to Mike and did an incredible job.
He blesses us just like you do. So
Great.
Powerful show. We hope that you enjoyed. Do check out BMOREnews.com. Also check out our YouTube channel, Donnie Glover. This is STEM City USA. Special thank you to Dr. Tyrone Taborn. Big event coming up. What's the dates, Bryan? February 12th through the 14th. Right downtown, beya.org. It is 40 years. 40 years Dr. Taborn has presented this conference for Black engineers, Blacks in science, technology, engineering, math. He took it out of town. Baltimore was not appreciating it, but Baltimore finally got its act together, re-embraced it, and it's the largest tech conference on this side of the world. We need to be there downtown Baltimore, February 12th to the 14th, beya.org. My name's Donnie Glover, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.